Hello, 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 and welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back on the Ingenium server, which is a modded server that PV and I have. And I thought I'd show you around a little bit, show you what I'm working on, and we'll do a little bit of building together. Not a whole lot, but just enough to show you what I'm doing. So, let's get started. Can't remember if I've shown you the nether stuff yet, but there's really not that much to see. We'll make a quick run. Basically, all I've done is put in a path, or expanded a path that already existed. As you can see in the top left corner, we are still at 111.2. We're waiting on some mods to be updated before we update to 112. And apparently, there are people who keep posting on the forums to the mod creators, are you gonna update? Are you gonna update? Are you gonna update? Can you update? I doubt any of those people are watching this video, but if they are, some people have lives, they have families, they have jobs, they have other things to do. So, back off. Anyway, this was just a simple little path, and what I've done is nothing fancy, but I've widened it. And the main purpose of this path is so that I can get down here to the lava and scoop it up for fueling the smelter. So it's nothing extravagant, and you can see where I've been dipping in the lava. What? I didn't do anything to you. But anyway, that's what this is right now. At some point, there will be some kind of columns and arches or something over the top. I don't know that I'm gonna build like a fortress or anything, but just, I don't know, this just seems kind of blah. So we'll do something with it. Not sure what exactly yet. And it will probably not be completely gas proof, but, and I don't know that it's going to all stay completely stone bricks. It might get a little bit of mix up going. And around and around and around we go. Okay. So, and of course here we have smelters where we're cooking netherrack to make brick. I love to use nether brick, and I use a lot of it when I can, but we have 4 smelters in here. And of course, as you saw, they are also powered by lava, which to me makes the most sense because it's free. All it costs is a bucket, and you get the bucket back when it's finished. So anyway, that's really all there is to see in the nether right now. I haven't done a whole lot here. And I didn't do all that by myself either. PV did that with me. Come on. There we go. I used to just jump out of that portal and try to go, but it just kept pulling me back, and it pulled me back and pulling me back. So I've learned to kind of wait a minute till it's finished doing its whatever. Let's see. Oh, I don't know if this was in the last video or not. I don't think it was. But we have, obviously needs work right here. But we've dug a hole through the wood room. And this down here was carved out. Eventually it's going to be a villager trading hall. It's just one of the many projects that I have not done yet. And we have a villager up top who's working on the wheat. PV set that up. There's a farm up there. And of course, this is only here temporary. Once we get the villagers established, then he'll work his magic. He actually knows how to do that redstone crap. And he'll work his magic so that we'll have easy access to the produce and stuff, and so it's easy to trade, you know, that kind of thing. And I don't think I've shown off his farm yet. This is the melons, of course, and the pumpkins. And I don't know whose build he used in the sugarcane. So I can't give credit to whoever inspired his design here. But yeah, you can see all this redstone garbledygook. He does all that. And of course, here we have the melons and the sugar cane. We actually have to push a button. I know it's exhausting, but you actually have to push a button to get the sugar cane. But we really don't need any sugar cane right now. But the melons and the pumpkins, you know, they work pretty well. And he is talked about changing the world's spawn point to this chunk so that it will stay loaded. And if that's what he wants to do, I'm fine with it. But the thing is, you know, he worries about, well, this doesn't produce enough or blah, blah, blah. But the fact is, there's only 2 of us. So we don't need 5,000 stacks of wheat. And we don't need, you know, 20,000 melons and pumpkins. And what we have works just fine. Once he gets, see, right now he has this villager working the wheat. Or he has this villager standing around watching the wheat grow. You aren't working. I will report you to PV. Just so you know, it's going in your file. Yep. Okay, well, obviously he's on a lunch break or something. But at some point, he's going to set up more farms for the potatoes and carrots. You may notice we don't have beetroot. I don't care. Eventually we will have beetroot, but right now it's not a thing. So, before we get into that mess, I want to show you what he's done over here because I think it looks pretty amazing. I don't think he's on. No, he's not. It's pretty late. I'm off tomorrow, and I was off today. I had physical therapy today, but I was off work today, so I've been just messing around, and I haven't seen him. So he's either playing Black Desert Online, or he's on a server with his other friends. He actually has multiple friends. My list of friends is pretty short, but he's a lot nicer than I am, so. But anyway, as you can see, he is growing. This would be the barley, and that is corn. You know, we've seen the windmill up here, which as soon as this loads in, come on, load in. I don't know why it's doing this. I just rebooted everything. And then, of course, he has wheat over here. Whoa! Don't do that to me. Come on. Let me show you on the map. But yeah, you see the corn is here. It's this section. The barley is here. And then all of this is wheat. So, yeah, he's been busy. Yeah, there's the windmill. And here's the wheat. So you can imagine, I have not come through here and harvested all this yet. But at some point I will. Oh, I thought I was going to fall. Some point I will, simply because I want to know how much we can get out of this. But at the same time, I probably won't mess with the sides of the hill. Because, you know, he has it spilling down the hill, which I think looks pretty cool. But I don't fancy climbing up and down. That's more for looks. But this big open flat area, I will probably harvest just to see how much we can get out of it. Not that we need loads and loads, but at the same time, it's pretty good for trading. Oh, crapola. I got my timer all ready and forgot to start it. Okay, there, it's starting. Sorry about that. Anyway, it's good for trading, plus obviously feeding up animals and making hay bales. I'm going to make a lot of hay bales because with all these mods that we have, and again, I'm not the one who knows everything about these mods. That's PV. He knows all the ins and outs of this stuff. I just leave it to him and I follow along, and he's in charge of all that stuff. But anyway, is it really getting dark already? But anyway, with these mods, there's a lot of stuff you can do with hay bales. You can actually make things out of them. So that's something I want to experiment with. In order to do that, I'm going to need a lot of wheat. But anyway, doesn't that look cool? I love that. I think he's done a fantastic job with that. But anyway, so now let's get to my mess. Last video, I'm pretty sure, if not the last one, the one before, I'm pretty sure that I showed you my dairy barn that I was working on with the suspended roof, and it was all a big disaster. And I expressed my frustration to PV, and being the genius that he is, he found a picture of a red barn online, an actual red barn. Well, he found some Minecraft ones too that I liked, but he found this picture of a red barn from like the real world, and I think I'm gonna try to mimic that. But I had to get away from this for a minute because it was frustrating me, and I had already torn it down multiple times, and I just had to get away from it. So anyway, this monstrosity is a sheep barn. Now, I know that a lot of people in Minecraft, when they think sheep farm, they think of some kind of little box with all the sheep, and then you have the glass around so the sheep can't get out, and they're dyed different colors, and all you got to do is walk around and go snip, 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 and you're all good. Well, you know, I could do something like that, but that's not what I want a sheep barn for. I want a sheep barn for the looks, not just, I don't think everything needs to be automated. I mean, I'm not against it, obviously, but so anyway, what I have is I have 4 pins in each wing. We have the black, the blue, the brown, the cyan, and then you go left to right. It's in alphabetical order. I know it's a little anal, but you know. Anyway, each pin has 4 sheep, and altogether there are 16 colors, including white. So each wing has 4 pins, 4 sheep, every color available, and I like it. But it makes for a very large building because I'm not one of these people who does a 2x2 hole and shoves 500 animals in it. They have to have space to move around and have grass, and this is as full as it's going to get. We're not breeding them up to have a whole bunch in one pen because I don't need 50 blocks of wool every time I shear, for one thing. And for another, you want to have the grass to be able to spread back, and if you have too many sheep in here, they're going to kill the grass faster than it can, you know. So anyway, it's designed this way for a lot of reasons. So now let's look at, and the wood is redwood. It's from the mod. And I know this looks really weird, and some people may think it looks really ugly, but that's okay because it's my build and I like it. But I also know that right now it does look a little bit on the ugly side because it's so far from finished. There's a lot of detail work still has to be done. I am working on the roof, and I did not record building this monstrosity because, for one thing, it's a lot of block placing. I doubt anybody wants to see. But the inside is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, that's 13. Then we'll go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. So, you got 13 this away and 67 that away for each end to end of the crisscross. Now, in here, and when I first put this in, I really liked it. This is acacia logs, and I do like the pattern, but I'm beginning to think that I may go with the dark oak, or I may go with the redwood logs, because it seems like there's just too many colors in here as far as the wood grains. So I may do that. This is probably not staying. Anyway, up here, this area is going to be, he suggested having like a tower steeple kind of thingy in the middle, and I like the idea. I'm just not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, and I might have to see if I can sweet talk him into doing it. He's really good at stuff like that. But anyway, the beams are here, for looks, obviously, but for support. And there are going to be more beams going across. But anyway, let's get up here and let me show you the roof. Maybe some fish. And we have some pumpkin pie, because trading with villagers, you gotta buy stuff every once in a while. So basically, to get this roof started, this style is one that I did in another series. It's a really old series, and when I recorded it, I was actually doing it more as a video journal for myself, but I went ahead and did some commentary just in case I decided to upload it sometime. At the time that I recorded it, I didn't have very good, reliable internet. So basically, about a year ago, I recorded over 100 episodes of a series in the at the time it was Windows 10 beta. Well, I don't think it's beta anymore. I think they've updated it quite a bit since I did all that, so I'll have to go back and do that. But anyway, this roof style I did initially in that series, but basically I started with, that's what I was going to show you, along this the top of this wall I did stairs, and then this is a slab stuck at the end of the stairs. See, here's the stair and then the slab, and where these have come together is I just did one, and then I came and I did another one separate. I'm gonna have to go back and fix the corners where they join, but right now I just want to get the roof in. But anyway, it is slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, wait, slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, stair, slab, slab, slab. Okay, that's what it is. So, we're going to finish this real quick. And the old series, I don't know if anybody's watching it or not, but it's really raw. It's real grindy. I have a lot of quiet spots where I'm thinking. Of course, I do that anyway. I try not to do that so much, but when I'm building, sometimes it takes me a minute. Takes me a minute to convert my brainwaves to Minecraft, and sometimes I have to think about exactly what I'm going for or how I'm going to accomplish it and blah blah blah, so I get kind of quiet. Now if you're wondering about the texture on these blocks, this is also from the mods. Again, I don't know which one. I don't keep track of that. I mean, imagine that you're a kid and you've been given $50 and your parents let you go crazy in a candy store that has every conceivable wonderful piece of candy you can imagine. You're not really going to stop and ask who made it, right? You're going shopping and you're going to stuff your face. Well, that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not trying to discredit anybody and not give them credit for an amazing mod, but at the same time, my focus is not necessarily on what mod gives me what. It's, oh my gosh, look at all these options I have. Where am I going to start? So, I really need to make a list. Oh, we gotta sleep. Yeah, let's just jump. I need to make a list of the mods and put it in the description for this series so people can know. But I'm pretty sure, I mean, we have biomes aplenty. I think we have Quark, Pam Craft, I think. We have the rogue dungeons. We have the pirates. I don't know what is what as far as... we have critters. But I went to bed. Okay. This bow has infinity on it, so I'm not wasting arrows, by the way. Anyway, I think altogether, I think it says it loads 20 mods. So, but like I said before, oh no, there's stairs. Okay. Like I said before, we are waiting for mods, for the rest of the mods to update to 1.12 before we try to do that, because the whole point of us making this server was to have the mods, because I have played vanilla until we had this server. I basically played vanilla. So let's see, we don't need as many. Let's and the diamond tools that I have, that's from trading with villagers. I haven't mined enough diamonds to be kitted out yet. Oh, that is something else I could show you, is the mining outpost. Quit it. But I doubt we'll have time for that today. We'll have to do that another time. And there's really not that much to see. It's just that I found an area where I could basically dig and gut and excavate all I wanted without having to worry about running into a village or keeping a chunk loaded whenever, you know, there's mob spawning, or digging into something like a rogue dungeon or anything else. It's just, it's out in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing around it, so I can just mine and mine and mine and mine and mine all day, all night, all I want to, and it's not going to hurt anything. Okay, so we finished this roof. Now let's fix the corners. Oh, hush. Okay, sir. do this and this. Yes. Well, that was a pretty simple fix. Is that all I'm going to have to do? Apparently. Okay. Well, let's see if I even have to take that other one out. Maybe I can just do that. Yep. I like easy fixes. And that one is good. Alright, so let's leap off of here. Yeah, come on, stupid. And I will take that XP. You can see I am level 9. Earlier tonight I was level 33. And no, I did not do any enchanting. I lost those levels due to death. Part of it was my own fault because I kept working up on the roof when it was dark. And I knew I should get down and go to sleep, but I didn't. So they killed me. Alright, let's work. Not the best thing to use for scaffolding, but it'll do in a pinch. Fence. Please tell me I have enough fence. I should. I tried doing this area with dark oak planks, but it just looked too weird. So I decided to go with fence, and I think it works pretty well. For one thing, if you go with the role play or lore of the building or the world, you're going to need, when you have sheep that you are using for wool production, they're going to get pretty hot, so you need a lot of ventilation. So that provides ventilation. Okay, I'm pretty sure I have the fence in all the ends. And see, these need to be, I think we're going to make these beams poke out through that wall and have them like bracket into the roof or something. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. Or I'll have to ask PV. He has a really good brain, and I like to use it. Okay, so we need some support beams. Okay, well, let's put one in this corner. Will that match up? Yes, it does. That's support. And if you've ever watched any of my videos and actually watched me build, you will know that things change. This may or may not stay this way. Is that the right height? 5, it's on 6. 4, that's on 5. That one's on 6. Alright, let's bring that down. Oh, I forgot to do the outside of the roof. Let's do that before I forget. the end? Yes, this is the one that we just finished. Okay, I need styles. We're going to tuck some stairs under here. Give this just a little bit more detail. Okay. And we're going to throw a slab in the middle. And that there. And then a slab here. And a slab here. That adds just a little bit more depth and detail to it. I am thinking about slabbing this all the way. Let's do that and see what it looks like. I really love this texture because it gives you both the bark and the wood. And I think it looks great for the roof because it almost makes it look more like shingles. Okay, you are in the way. Yeah. Yeah, I think it needs it. I do. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. It'll just take a minute. But yeah, I thought about recording this build, but considering I don't do any editing, it would be several episodes of me placing blocks. And as much fun as that might be, didn't get this end either. Okay, we gotta get to bed. Gotta get to bed. Bed. The uglies are coming out. And this still isn't the design I wanted, by the way, because I had this open spot, this little 5x5 area in the center that I wanted to make a sheep shearing area, where obviously we don't need to use one, but you know, like if you were actually shearing a sheep, where you would bring it up on a stand, like there'd be like a little corral, and you bring it up on the stand and you shear it, you wash it and dry it and shear it, and then you send it off, you know. But I didn't leave enough space, which is weird considering how big this thing is. You would think I have enough space for everything, but I don't. Okay, this end got done. And I am just bouncing. Well, let's go ahead and... We're going to have to make some boa. Oh, that pig scared me. Thought something was coming to get me. It's the pig of evil. Dun dun dun. Okay. Yeah, there is still a lot of detailing to do to this barn, so don't panic about the ugly, boring walls. At the same time, I will say that I am one of those people that, okay. Although I do appreciate detail, and I do think that detail is necessary, absolutely necessary in a build, I also, there are some builders out there that have very popular YouTube channels, and deservedly so, because they have fantastic content. They're extremely skilled builders. However, again, it's a matter of personal taste. And, you know, I build my stuff the way I like it. I don't build it for other people. I build it for me. Now, because I am on a server with PV, I do try to take him into account and not build, you know, crazy wild stuff that's going to make him scream in pain every time he sees it. But that being said, there are some very famous builders out there that I think go a little too far with the detail, because there's detail and there's clutter. Detail good, clutter not so much. So you got to find the right balance, and it all depends on the build at that time and what theme you're going for, what mood you're trying to set, what kind of impression you're trying to make. I mean, if you're doing the gingerbread house from Hansel and Gretel, then you're gonna have some clutter, because it was covered with candies and stuff, so it's gonna be cluttered. It just depends on what you're making, why you're making it, what the backstory is. Alright, so, okay, yeah, this end needs to be done. And we're not doing the one on the very end. Okay. Get these tucked up here. Who's crunching? Is he in the barn? He is. Why are you in my barn? Get out. Rude. All right. We're gonna finish this end, and then I'm going to do a little bit off camera, and then we will probably come back and work on some detail. Oh, stop it. Get up there. Really? And I went too far. Okay. That end is... I didn't do the slabs. There's supposed to be slabs here. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go check every end, because I don't think I did it on all the ends. Yes, that's what... Okay, well, thank you very much for taking the time to watch my video. I really do appreciate it. I really do. It means a lot to me. I'm gonna go check for boo-boos, and then I'll probably start another recording, and we'll continue detailing this barn a little bit. I know I probably need to do the center part, but until I understand what I want to do in my brain, it's probably not going to happen. So, all right. Well, thank you again. I really appreciate it, and we will see you later.